So even though we should be going right now to go look at lobsters, we're doing our photos. But what I was going to say that's kind of funny, and I'll show you over here on this angle. So my family, we're taking photos, okay, like right here against the rope line right here. And, you know, there's plenty of space, okay? But people keep walking into the photo. They want to walk closer to the water's edge. So in effect, we're getting interrupted. And it's funny because the last time I saw this, I was in Malta, okay? And people did the exact same thing. It was like they thought that I found like the best spot. So they literally cut into my photo path. And I just realized that it's not a Malta thing. It's just a tourist thing. And it must be people from out of state who don't know any better. So we're slowly walking up the street. And it's funny because I was listening to a comment. And I want your opinions as viewers. You always know in Maine who the tourists are because they're wearing their freshly purchased Maine shirts, and they're like Acadia shirts, and they haven't even been. Or they have like the Maine dog hats. They're like, oh, here we are.
But even Mainers wear them.
Well, yeah, the Mainers wear them. However, you know that they're not Mainers because they still have the tags on them.
Mainers wear them differently.
The Mainers also have them faded, so they've been washed. So
I always forget the cooler
in
dog.
true family fashion,
Yeah, we buy one every time.
That's a stupid.
as we should be getting the cooler, but instead we're going to do some rubbernecking and look at Rockport Harbor, which is right next door. There's this beautiful church in the distance that my sister will not stop off at because she just won't do it.
I mean, look how big
You can't really see down there, but
Well, let's go
places in
right
America.
you see it, the most picturesque place in the United States. Yeah, I know. The commentary is really.
There's
This is
no
a
shores. It's just like a couple little restaurants.
high-end
and we're done.
professional vlog today for this.
Look how pretty it
Oh,
is.
it's beautiful.
If we say it's beautiful enough, even if you can't see it, you'll have to believe us.
A little slower.
You don't have to go slower. We're doing good. I'm just. This is a different type of vlog. It's not a walking vlog.
Oh, dirt road. This is it.
Oh, perfect. We're going down the random street that's probably a no trespassing.
Is this the one that has
This
the
is-
bridge?
No, it's like a little walk.
So you note the big ass houses. These are for the poor folk that live in Rockport. And look at this house right here on the point right here. Again, this is someone who is down on their luck.
No parking during snowstorm. Yeah, you can walk.
And if you look over here, oh my God, we're going down to some. It says slow for pedestrians, dogs.
Rockport, slow.
There's a dog coming up behind.
Can I drive it?
No, you can't. It says slow pedestrian dog bicycles.
Is there a dog coming yet? Can I turn around?
Yes. I don't believe you can go that way. I mean, maybe you can, but it's just says slow probably for all. I mean, you might be able to actually. I mean, it looks like a road.
No cars.
So this is your way to spy on all the expensive homes. You take these little walking paths.
I mean, look how beautiful
I
this
see.
is.
Yes.
It's gorgeous. Say we couldn't come down here.
No, it doesn't. So this is the Kuiper way, is that we take cars where other people walk.
It's gorgeous.
Hopefully the water's picking up okay on the camera, but this is a beautiful sight. Imagine coming here in the fall, especially after Columbus Day when the tourists are gone. I am not used to sharing the road with family. My God. Watch where you're going, Johnny. Watch where you're going. Anyway, we're gonna go down the water real quick. Oh, there's someone lounging. Here's Rockport Harbor. See it? It's pretty. And see where we came from. We came from down over that way. And even on a hot day when it's like 90 like this, it feels nice because you got the breeze.
Circle kind of and comes
So
back.
when you leave that trail, you're on this
I
dirt
walked
road. It feels like this isn't even like a populated area, but it is.
I
See,
can't believe I just found this on my own. I'm very proud of myself.
I'm proud of you too because the tourists, this is something they wouldn't know about.
Right.
So this is like Mainers being Mainers.
Parker, you want to put it in? Rock it in? So we can
This is clearly not the way to Walmart though. All right, we clearly in our quest for the coolers, we've decided to stop off now at Goodwill, which, by the way, is a great store. When I moved overseas, I ended up donating most of my stuff to Goodwill, so I can tell you the quality of things in Goodwill, even though it's a used store, is very, very, very good. Because they also make sure the stuff is clean. A lot of those, the like estate sales that people have, so like when family members die and their loved ones who are left with everything don't know what to do, they donate them to Goodwill. So one thing that I like about Goodwill is for books, because I've donated a bunch of books. It's an easy way to get hardcover books, and you don't have to pay full price. Yeah, so like there's a book that I just grabbed by President Bush, who it's his autobiography, and when I bought it new, it was like $15, and now today it'll be $3. But if I need like if I want to see like a DVD missing out, I mean, look at this selection right here. Can't miss. So I found 2 CDs, some Mariah Carey and Jimmy Buffett. Oh yeah. Got some nice signs right here. This is so typical Maine and New Hampshire. Kind of these hokey little signs you see at everyone's camp. Yeah. So then there's clothes and knickknacks and stuffed animals.
To the front desk for a job.
More signs right here. I know this is just, the store is not as cool as Hussey's, but again, really good deals. Kind of a funny mug right there. So part of the store, you also kind of have to like rummage through stuff, because look right here, like, I'll just leave it at that. The books are easier, but if you're into knickknacks, it's like knickknack heaven. See this little turkey? It's kind of cool. Well, I seem to be the only one with a concept of time. My family is taking a bit of it inside Goodwill right now, and I'm waiting, even though we are supposed to pick up the lobsters in like 30 minutes, and we have yet to actually get the cooler. But what I wanted to show you, for people who don't remember this, or sorry, for the people that do remember it, you'll be like, oh yeah. So I bought a Mariah Carey CD, and what I love about it, aside from it being a CD, is I love how these covers, you know, when you open them up, and this really brings me back, compared to now with the internet. So like for example, all the songs, all the lyrics are right here. So when I was a kid, what you do is, of course, you start playing the CD, and then you just open this up and you read along, and you're like, there's everything I need to know. This is how I sing fantasy. And one sweet day. How many people remember doing that? For people that are of that age. I imagine the younger people not so much, but this is how we used to roll. So I was incorrect. They managed to find a Camaro inside Goodwill for $15. We have left and we are on our way. Look at this nice little statue right here. It says, "The sea giveth, the sea taketh away." And fittingly, next to it is it's like a small submersible. There's like a little country store right behind me right here, but let's look at the water. That's why we're here. See the tide right now? It's coming in. So it's going in down that way. And you got this, like when I think of New England and Maine, this is what I'm thinking about right here. There's a beautiful church in the distance right there. And actually where we're looping out, we're going to take some side roads and we're going to go down this way along the water until we get to where the lobsters are. Got some nice salt box houses right here. So pretty. We've hit the country road. Look at this little road right here.
He does. My friend got some from him.
This is how you. This is real lobster town.
So he.
We're so special. We don't even go to the seafood market.
Look at this.
Oh my God! It's our guest. It's my friendly dog.
Hi, Bubba.
Yep.
Careful, Mommy. Hi, cutie.
So we're at the lobster place. Look at all the traps. Isn't this cool? And now we're gonna go down. Hey, buddy. This is a lobster dog.
Come here.
It's crazy, like how much each of these traps cost too. Like this is a, as you said, this is a generational thing, but it's also like it costs some money. Like
Well,
if you
Sarah
lose a
has
trap.
A friend that is a lobsterman, and he says he makes like good money, but he spends a lot of his money putting it back into the boat.
Yeah. I still don't remember. How did your mom find this place
I
again?
have no idea.
Yeah, I think it was a friend of.
Oh, it might have been
It was like a mutual.
like Lee and Jen.
Yeah, and then they ended up giving her that number. Oh, look, she's gonna throw it. So, here's the real setup. It's really cool. So here's the dock, and then they have their little dinghy boats, and then they'll take it out. Their lobster boat is actually right over there. There you go. On the other side of, yeah, it's literally right there. And they'll go out, and then they'll retrieve the lobsters and bring them back, and we'll get them directly here. So, this is real Maine. Real lobster. Ing lobster ring. I'm wrestling this dog right here. Look. Can you guys see him? The lobster dog. He won't let me get the lobsters. He makes me wrestle with him instead. So I'm out on the dock now. I thought it'd be fun to just kind of take another look, a different vantage point. See how pretty it is? It's awesome. Now, as the lobsterman goes out, I'm pretty sure these separators, I don't know if this is where they put their lobsters because of the tide, but the reason why those boats are farther out is because when the tide is low, they're literally, you can't park here, if you will. The lobsterman was saying that what he does is, he thought by buying this piece of property, you know, he'd be left alone and be a quiet spot. But on the dirt road that we actually came in on, I guess a lot of the tourists that just don't know any better, or really feel they're entitled, they will just drive down these private drives regardless. So he's always shooing people away. It always throws me off with the tide stuff. So like when the water's up, see like this part right here, like it'll lift up. Same thing right here, another boat on the side. I was just saying to my family that last time we were here, the tide was low, but what he did is he had the tote of lobsters actually tied off on the end of the dock. This time he has them in a trap right off of the end of his boat out there, and that's what he's recovering. And look at this, my friend the lobster, wait. The dog was coming down to greet me, and they just shoot him away. Ridiculous. The dog's in the water right now. I threw the toy for him. And meanwhile, the down homer is coming in right here to deliver our lobsters. So I got our cooler right here. We're going to put our 15 lobsters in it momentarily. He's got the scale right here, and we're going to weigh them. And then I will carry these up the path, and then we'll bring it back home and have a good old-fashioned lobster feast. It's funny though, like all these years, I've never been really this close to a lobster boat before, but I've always seen them like on the shows, so it's kind of cool to see like all the equipment, the buoys, the traps. It's awesome. Beautiful day, beautiful day. Is it working? Oh, the scale just pulled off. One?
I just said it looks like you're going to get 14. They're carnivores.
Oh yeah, no, I know they. Yeah. Oh yeah, I see that.
Okay.
All right, so the lobsters are now back. They're in the fridge, sleeping. They're sleeping, and in a matter of minutes, we will end up taking them out here. Oh, I have an official greeter right now. Hello, buddy. Stevie's not going to be getting any lobsters. Probably will beg for them. But we will put them, we'll set this gas stove up, set the boiling going, and before you know it, lobsters will be ready to serve, and we'll have our traditional Maine seafood feast. Nothing's boiling yet, but soon. Soon. Now, while the lobsters boil, while the lobsters go to their forever sleep, you can walk these beautiful grounds, these gardens, and look out onto this field where many a turkey and deer roam in the early morning hours. Although I'm being called by the fountain right here. Imagine having a little gathering in this place. It's pretty, isn't it? And because in Maine, it's really important to be self-sustaining, or to grow your own food if you can. Look at this garden right here. These built-up garden beds with different, with some tomatoes that are coming in, some radishes, some lettuce, I think, and some cucumbers and some other goodies. And then over here in this pond is where the tadpoles roam. I think they're raising frogs, or it's just not deep enough to put fish in it yet. So this is what you do. What you do in Maine when you have a lobster bake. You just hang out, you enjoy the quiet, the field, and then you eat. Oh, and of course, you have your fire pit where you start your fire when all the fun stuff's done, when all the eating's done. So if you note right here, here are the nice lobsters. These £1.25 to £1.50, and they're going on the serving tray right here. We're gonna bring these in, and everyone can get their lobster on. So thanks for watching. We're gonna go enjoy the food. Until next time, peace.